Hi everyone. Please join us again here at Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
And I'm Laurie.
Today we have day 2 of our 2-day report on a legend. A young woman was pulled out of the Seine River over 100 years ago. Nobody knew who she was. It was a big mystery. But what was not a mystery was the beauty of her face. She had a certain smile, something like that of the Mona Lisa in the painting, that attracted everybody. They made a cast of her face, and it became very popular. People bought copies of the cast, and even artists were inspired by her quiet, gentle beauty. This is day 2 of her story.
好的，所以刚刚 Bruce 老师帮我们稍微的复习了一下昨天这个我们讲安妮的前世只是呢昨天的文章中她还没有名字，还是一个 Langon 女我们讲的这个无名的少女。但是今天呢，我们就要来看到她的今生，那非常有趣，她不只出现了名字，而且呢，她还这个成为非常的这个知名的一个人物。但是到底是为什么呢？我们跟着 Bruce 老师一起来看看吧。
Okay, first paragraph, first sentence. Please join us. The next part of Langoni's story starts in 1955 when Norwegian toy maker Osmund Lærdal saved his son from drowning. So we talked about what happened to this woman more than 100 years ago. The next part of the story has never really finished. We now go to, in time, we're in 1955, and in Norway, which is a very northern country. In fact, Norway means north way. If you want to find Norway, look north. It's far to the north. A toy maker, probably using wood, because there are so many forests in Norway, Sweden, and Finland, up there in northern Europe. His name is Osmund Lærdal, and he saved his son from drowning. Now remember, the woman we've been talking about, she drowned in the Seine River. So that's the connection that we're going to introduce today, how Mr. Lærdal, his son almost drowned. Let's see how that story continues into our Langoni's story.
好的，所以呢，接下来我们看到了第一段来看到说他讲到这个我们无名少女的这个故事的第2部分，或者是下一个部分下段的故事呢，开始于1955年。好，是怎么样的一个1955年呢？在当时有一位这个挪威的toy maker 玩具的制造商呢，叫做阿斯蒙莱达尔呢，他救了他的儿子免于溺毙，要从这个时候来说起的那这里有一个很好的这个用法，我们可以特别这个画下来的是 save somebody from something 这个时候是指你拯救某人免于后面的那个事情的发生，你就可以这样用。那因为这边 drown 是一个动词，所以我们帮它加 ing， 就是这个分词的用法就可以了。
When medical professionals approached him to create a training dummy for drowning victims, Lærdal jumped at the chance. Everyone heard, Norway does not have many people, so everybody knows everybody in that country. And medical professionals will be doctors, nurses, trainers. The medical community is very large with many different jobs, but they have one thing in common. They try to save people or to help them recover from accidents or diseases and so on. So medical professionals in Norway approached him. This means they went to see him because first, he's a toy maker, so he knows how to make things that look like things, and he had saved his own son from drowning, so he would probably have a natural interest in wanting to help the medical community save many, many people. And they wanted him to create or make a training dummy. Now, dummy originally meant a puppet, like budaishi. A puppet was called a dummy. And later, anything that was used to represent something else, not the real thing, but something that represented something else, was called a dummy. A training dummy, of course, is one used to help train students of medicine, especially for drowning victims. And so that's why they went to see Lerdold, because he had saved his own son. He would be interested in helping them. In fact, interested, he jumped at the chance. He was eager to help them. He was very interested in doing this.
好，所以接下来呢，我们看到他讲到说，当这个医疗的专家们他 approach him， 当你 approach somebody 的时候 ，approach 这个字本来可以当成是向前、靠前去靠近某人但是这里的话呢，它指的就是联系他去找他，然后呢，要来制作一个呢这个训练为了这个溺水的受害者们，要来制作一个训练用的这个假人那刚刚也提到这个假人呢是原本呢是人偶但是呢后来呢这个延伸到就是所有不是真的但是代替真的的那个假物的话都可以用 dummy 了那么呢被这样子联系以后呢，这个莱达尔呢他非常的愿意，所以他 jump at the chance。这里的 jump at 它有时候呢可以当成是一个动物去扑向前的那个动作那当你扑向这个机会的话，当然就是表示你迫不及待，非常欣然的接受。那等于呢刚刚Bruce老师用到一个字叫 eager， 我们也拼一下好吗？
E-A-G-E-R. E-A-G-E-R. Eager to do something, you're very interested in doing it.
没错，非常渴望要做什么这样。
Okay, we're at the second paragraph now, first sentence. The dummy was designed to teach first aid trainees CPR, which is a common technique to save someone who has stopped breathing or whose heart has stopped. So the dummy, not the real, they didn't use a real person to practice on. They used a dummy designed by Mr. Lerdold because he was a toy maker. He could make shapes of things very well. And the reason for this was to teach first aid trainees CPR. First aid is people who help someone before the doctor can get to them or before they can be sent to a hospital. There are some things that can be, there are many things that can be done, but you have to practice how to do this. CPR is still now a common technique. It's widely used. It's a skill to save someone who has stopped breathing. One reason you might stop breathing is because your heart has stopped, but by pressing on the chest a certain number of times over a period of time could restart the heart. And this is what CPR tries to do.
好，所以我们接下来进入了这个段那么来看到说呢，这个假人他是被设计来要教这个 first aid 急救的 trainees 受训人员们教他们什么呢 ？CPR 就是心肺复苏术那么这里的话，我们看到这个 train 本来是这个训练的意思，那这边呢字尾 EES 就变 trainees， 那是指受训的人那么呢教他们的这个 CPR 心肺复苏术呢，其实这是一个要救某个心跳停止或呼吸停止的人的一个很常见的技术。这里的 technique 重音也是放在后面那么指的是技术。那么在这里的话呢，讲到就是所以呢，我们这个假人因为前面的这个段落讲到他们联络他，就是为了希望他能够来帮忙制作这个假人，所以这里的假人是什么功用，就用这个句子把它讲完了。
At the time, and remember this is 1955 or so that we're talking about, CPR was new. It was a new skill that was developed to help people instead of letting them die, at least try to get their heart started again and then send them to a hospital.
那么在当时CPR 呢是一个新的技术那所以呢，刚刚这个Bruce 老师提到，但是呢，与其让这个放着人们让他直接死去的话，这个 CPR 呢在当时是一个新的方法，但是呢可以试着让人呢再重新恢复心跳，然后把他救回来。
Today, what is it now? 2020? Whoa, it's over half a century since this skill CPR was developed. Today, CPR, it is a life-saving technique. It has saved more lives than you can imagine. And it is a technique that has been taught to over 300 million people worldwide. You don't have to be a doctor to learn CPR. And you don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a trainee or a medical attendant or assistant. There are CPR classes that are taught in high schools and colleges, clubs, and so on. Almost anybody can do it who is interested in doing it.
没错，那么接下来这句就是讲到，那么到了今天这个 it 指的就是这个 CPR 的这个心肺复苏术呢，它是一个呢在全球已经被传授给超过3亿人那么多的一个救命的技术。
But how does this relate to 郎宫女? We've been talking about a toy maker in Norway and saved his drowning son and made a trainee dummy. So how does this get us back to our story of the woman who was taken out of the Seine River 150 years ago or so?
所以接下来作者就问了一个很有趣的问题了，但是这跟我们讲的无名少女有什么关系呢？当 A relate to B 的时候，就是 A 与 B 有关联那有时候你可以看到是用 with 也可以。那所以这里的话呢 ，How does this 这个 this 指的当然就是我们现在讲的这个 dummy 这个训练假人的制作，跟这个无名少女的关系在哪里呢？
As luck would have it, this means we're talking about 缘分。Some kind of coincidence. Two things happen at the same time that at first would seem not to be related at all, but they come together. And in English we would say, as luck would have it, Laerdal's grandparents, this is the guy who saved his son, had a cast, the grandparents had a cast of the woman, a cast of her face, of course, on their wall, and this probably means the wall of the living room.
所以接下来呢，我们看到这里的 as luck would have it 指的就是碰巧的是碰巧的是呢，莱达尔他的这个祖父母在墙上呢也挂了一个这个无名少女她脸庞的这个模具。
He remembered her peaceful face. He is the toy maker, Mr. Laerdal. He remembered seeing this peaceful face at his grandparents' home, so that was a long time ago, and he thought it would be less threatening for trainees to practice on. Trainees may be nervous at first, even though it's not a real body. They're new students, they're new trainees. And he thought, well, if this is a friendly face, then the trainees won't be afraid to practice CPR or many other things in order to help people.
所以呢，接下来他讲到他就是这个莱达尔呢，他呢记得他那平静的脸庞，而且认为 it 就是指 her peaceful face， 他那平静的脸庞呢，会是比较不那么具有威胁性。这里我们看到的 threatening 来自 threaten 这个动词那么比较不那么有具威胁性。对谁来讲呢？对这些受训的人员来说如果要在这个假人上面练习的话，所以这里注意到 practice 后面有一个 on 不要漏掉了因为呢，它这个原本应该是 on the dummy 要在这个假人上练习，所以呢，这里还是放着这个 on 这个小心。
That's how 郎宫女 received a second life. So this woman whose face had been popular all through Europe for a period of time suddenly became even more popular because they used her face as the face of a practice dummy for medical students. And around the world, 300 million people is not a small number who have been trained on dummies with the face of this drowning victim from the Seine River. So we can call this a second life. Not only was her face cast in plaster, but now her face is on practice dummies as well. And she is called Ressusci Anne. I don't know what language that is. In English, we would say Rescue Anne. Anne is a woman's name. Rescue is, here's the dummy, now practice on rescuing her.
所以呢，接下来讲到说，就是呢，这个无名少女她如何获得了这个第二个生命，换言之，她重生，而且呢，这个重生为谁 ？as 后面告诉我们复苏安妮，或者英文里的 Rescue Anne 是这样子来的。
All right, let's finish with our last paragraph. For over 50 years, Ressusci Anne has been the standard CPR training dummy around the world. Now, we suggested this in the last paragraph, reminding you from 1955 to now has been 65 years. That's over 50 years. And she's called Ressusci Anne, or in English, Rescue Anne. She's the standard. She is the one. They make just one dummy, and she is used all over the world, no matter what country, now as a training dummy for CPR practice.
所以呢，接下来我们看到最后一段，他讲到说，那么50多年来这个复苏安妮呢，她一直都是这里用到了一个 has been 表达一个维持的状态，所以一直都是呢，世界各地在训练这个 CPR 的用的这个假人呢的标准的假人所以这里的 standard 它是一个形容词，因为它也可以当名词用但是这里的话是来形容那个 dummy 就是标准的假人。
And so.The face of an unknown woman who drowned in Paris is well known by rescuers who have saved countless lives from drowning. Now, CPR is not only used for drowning victims. There are many conditions you can have or accidents you can have where your heart stops. CPR will, because the heart is a muscle, it can be exercised and started again through CPR practice. But it's a long, interesting story from the Seine River in the 19th century to today that this woman's face is still known and used around the world.
所以呢，接下来讲到说，那么因此那么这位在这个巴黎呢溺毙的无名少女的脸庞呢，就 well known by somebody 的时候呢，就是为这个 somebody 所熟知这里的如果只有 be known 的话是为人所知，那 be well known 所以呢是为大家所熟知 by 谁呢 by 后面我们看到的 rescuers 就是那些救难人员们。怎样的救难人员呢？那些已经拯救过无数的这个生命免于溺毙的救难人员们，他们都对这个脸庞非常熟悉了。
The world can be a strange and beautiful place sometimes, can't it? Well, it's not really a question here. The person who wrote the sentence is quite sure that the world can be strange, but also beautiful. We live in difficult times now, and perhaps we always did and didn't know it, but at least we have from a drowning victim, a reminder of how beautiful life can be, even in death.
所以呢，最后这一句呢，讲到说，这个世界有时候真的可以是一个又奇怪但是又美丽的地方，不是吗？那么这里就像刚刚Bruce老师讲的，但其实作者并不是真正的在问所以这不是真的一个 question， 它这是一种表达方式那其实他的意见就是这个世界呢，有时候可以是一个既奇怪又美丽的地方。All right， 好，以上是我们今天的课文。那现在 Let's get into review。
In our last paragraph, we had the phrase countless lives. And this reminded me, we had earlier this month, we had the word careless, if you remember, which meant without care. But countless, that list, doesn't really mean without. It means unable to count. You could never reach that number by counting.
好，所以呢，这边的话是补充到说，我们在这个之前的文章哦，这个本月有讲到了一个 careless 那个字，那时候它也是在字尾加 less， 那个呢是指的是不哦 without， 所以呢不关心不在乎。那这里的话 countless 的 less 它指的是没有办法。所以呢 unable to， 所以这里呢是指无法去数的。好，这两个 less 呢来做一个比较给大家，这是 Bruce 老师刚刚补充的。那么以上是我们今天的课文，那一样的，如果你想复习的话，别忘了在 YouTube 上面打入常春藤搜寻，就可以找到我们的影片，你就不用自己一个人复习咯。那么呢，我们就期待下次跟各位的再见，要跟大家说
拜拜。
第60页，追根究底 Cpr 安妮的前世今生
The Amazing Legacy of the Unknown Woman of the Seine. The next part of L'inconnu's story starts in 1955, when Norwegian toymaker Asmund Lerdahl saved his son from drowning. When medical professionals approached him to create a training dummy for drowning victims, Lerdahl jumped at the chance.The dummy was designed to teach first aid trainees CPR, which is a common technique to save someone who has stopped breathing or whose heart has stopped. At the time, CPR was new. Today, it is a life-saving technique that has been taught to over 300 million people worldwide. But how does this relate to L'Inconnu? As luck would have it, Lerdahl's grandparents had a cast of her face on their wall.He remembered her peaceful face and thought it would be less threatening for trainees to practice on. That's how L'Inconnu received a second life as Ressuscite Anne, or Rescue Anne in English. For over 50 years, Ressuscite Anne has been the standard CPR training dummy around the world. And so, the face of an unknown woman who drowned in Paris is well known by rescuers who have saved countless lives from drowning.The world can be a strange and beautiful place sometimes, can't it?